Turns out a lot of the front of this car is Bluetooth.
How do you do?
Like this is, it's a bit of work. It is a bit of work getting this in.
I used to own a garage.
I'm sorry, man. I messed up. $1,500 car stuff, guys. Oh my god. Welcome to episode 2.
Next day.
Yep. This is hopefully a couple weeks later for you guys, and you won't remember that I have the same clothes, except I just told you. But we're jumping right into it because that's how excited we are, if you couldn't tell. Number 1, first thing we got to do is the axles, the mounts, like the drivetrain. We're basically going in on the drivetrain first. It feels like it's just going to like come apart.
Made the IS look good.
Yes, which is... That's definitely saying something. Trying to get this done tonight so that on Sunday we can take it up snowboarding. That's our dream, and we'll see if it happens. But we'll start with parts. Oh, our good buddies at ECS hooked us up, and by that I mean they made me pay full price for everything and don't know my name. More ECS. ECS is actually a cool company for the JDM guys coming to see the difference between the JDM cars and this thing. A couple companies like FCP Euro and ECS do kits where of parts that you tend to buy together in pieces, where it's like, oh, you have this car this year and you need to do cooling refresh, or you need a Vanos upgrade, or whatever. It's like, here's a kit for it, and they source everything for you, put it in a box, ship it to you, and life is pretty easy. I'm sure you pay a little bit of a premium for that. The customer service is very friendly. Like you definitely get what you pay for. It's peace of mind. It's just easy. They on most of their stuff they have like lifetime warranty, so it feels good being like, if something does go wrong, I can you make it right easy. Obviously, they're still not paying me to say that, but it's true. So.
And you get red tape on your boxes. That's kind of cool.
Yes, it's pretty sweet. And yeah, if you order enough bulk, they send you t-shirts and stuff too. So there might be some cool shirts in here.
Whoa. I never got a t-shirt.
Since they're not paying us, they also have a wish list feature where you can add all the stuff you want for your car. It's and then buy it all at once when you're ready to pull the trigger on it. That makes it easy to keep track of all the parts that you need for cars like this. And what it also does is you have a nice place online that has a list of everything you need and all the part numbers, and you can copy paste those part numbers into places like eBay and Amazon and find very similar pieces, or the same pieces in some cases, for less money.
Sometimes with the same warranty.
Sometimes with the same warranty. For instance, these CV axles are from eBay, and they also come with a lifetime warranty, which is pretty cool. Much cheaper on eBay, and lifetime warranty. We're gonna roll the dice for you guys on that, just to see, because that's pretty sweet. As we're doing that stuff, we should be unbolting pieces that we need to replace. Some suspension pieces, like end links, seals for the axles, also off eBay, also cheap.
Once upon a time, I used to have a 2-car garage. It's been slowly shrinking.
It'll be quick. It's for the greater good. It's for our people, man. And I think these are the control artists.
Bonk. And we'll need tail lights.
Yeah. This car needs a one of everything, and then it will be brand new. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, just replace everything. You got a new car.
Now, if everything goes to plan, these are the ski racks, and we'll be putting these on at the very end. Stay tuned and see if we make it.
Yeah, stick around.
Let's get started. Whew. Okay, so got the wheels off, jacked up the car, not in that order, and then we forgot to break these nuts before we jacked the car up, so Justin's holding the brake, and we're gonna try to get it off this way. Oh, that one was easy. These are supposed to be torqued down to like 310 foot-pounds, so I did not give that much to get it off. So, but I'm happy that it's off.
You just need the right tool for the job.
Woo! Easy.
That is Formula One Pit Simulator 2024.
Awesome. And I was okay doing that because we have a new control arm. We have a new control arm, and so it's okay if we like jack up this little grease boy, this ball joint right here. Jack you up. That's right.
On tonight's episode of weird stuff that you shouldn't find on your car, what do we got? I can't get a good angle.
Oh my god. So yeah, it's like you need a new CV axle, and we go to pull this sucker out, and
It pulled out all right.
it pulled out
Yeah, half of it.
completely sheared.
Yeah.
Completely in half. This thing was not connected.
There's the other part of the axle that's still in the car.
That's supposed to come out with this piece.
Yeah.
Like it's in this box.
Box for reference.
That's how long it's supposed to be. Oh my god. It's just in half. It just was completely separated. We drove it like 50 miles.
Yeah, we're at 80, 90 miles an hour. Radio on, Katy Perry up.
And that axle nut was not locked or anything at all. Like,
Yeah, so someone cooked here and then just left. Whoa, okay.
Oh, okay. $1,500 car stuff, guys. Oh my god. Okay, the couple taps from the hammer, we've got the other half of this out. So, awesome. Okay, that was very, very fast. We bought this press off of Amazon. It took us 5 minutes to set up.
Yeah, it took longer to find the right tools.
Yeah, like literally find the right tools to bop it in. But it's super simple, but should be pretty easy to use.
A few moments later.
So quick update. This nonsense is going back to Amazon because it just bent itself. Like we tried to use it, it just like completely gave in to its own power. It's so useless.
It literally got bent.
Yeah, don't buy these. Stick away from the 6-ton Amazon ones. You got to spend a little bit more. Just the top tip. So we have to pause for tonight. We were on a roll. We were feeling really good. The press that we bought, like it could not press the bushing out of the control arm, and it tore it and it bent the press and it was just a mess. Okay, well, let's just keep pushing, and we pulled the axle, both pieces of it, and we want to get to the seal, but we don't have the correct, like, call that thing like a
Tool.
We don't have the right tool to get a new seal in, and we thought about just leaving the seals because they're not leaking, but like this is the time to do it, and we just like, let's just do it right. The hope is we don't come back here for a very long time.
Yeah, we're making decisions off of angst and anger right now.
Yes.
We want to cut corners so bad,
Yes.
but that's a bad idea.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, let's just not get ahead of ourselves. Like, the plan is to stop here. Tomorrow we're going to get a proper press and beat the piss out of this bushing and get it done.
The bejesus.
The bejesus. and so that we can do both control arm bushings, get the new control arms on, get the seal tool. So we can get the seals replaced, get the axles in, get the new control arms on. It should be super easy now that we've kind of done this side. We'll get the motor up and change out the mounts, and then we'll move back to the Guibo. And then hopefully tomorrow we'll have it all buttoned up and we'll still make it to the mountain on Sunday. So on to the next part. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, gang. It's several days later.
It's cold out.
It's cold out. We completely missed our deadline. We wanted to go snowboarding on Sunday. It's now Thursday. I think this thing has not moved. Our issue, which I don't even know how well we recorded it, and I don't know where they are. Here they are.
We were a little frazzled.
Very frazzled. It was not a good time in the garage. And you know, we like to keep it mellow and have fun. So we're like, we need to break and reset. So just a quick recap. We got the control arm off and it has this bushing at the end, and it goes in here. It was completely destroyed. So what we thought to do was like, okay, let's get our press, our hefty-duty Harbor Freight press. All right, guys, the next day, we got this new bad boy press.
We took back the Fisher Price one.
Yes, for that one, the Vivor thing from Amazon. If you need to change bearings on your toddler's Power Wheels Barbie Jeep, that's the one for sure.
More for a hobby.
Yeah, it's
a hobby press enthusiast.
Yes,
not for this.
But I think the new mantra is, if it's cheaper than Harbor Freight, you don't want it. So we got Harbor Freight.
We got Harbor Freight. Going back to who we trust.
And press it out, and then put in these polyurethane mounts or bushings to go inside that bracket, and then go onto the end of the control arm, and we'll have that nice super crisp feel, a little bit of OEM plus, quote unquote, and it'll be great. Get this thing pressed in, go to put it on this, and for the control arms, I actually, instead of going with the OEM manufacturer, which is what they recommend with these German cars, I instead went to Mevotech again, because on the IS300, those parts, they fit perfectly. They were great. They have enhanced ball joints, to hopefully last a little bit longer. And I was really impressed with them. So I was like, let me do it again for the BMW, because, decent price, I'm like, this will be good. The casting of that rod on here, it's too thick. Too much of a thick boy. So because it was a little bit wider, we could not get this on. We were banging on it. We were like, we're gonna deform this and make a mess and not be happy, and it's just not gonna work. Decided to not do that, and then overnight, quote unquote, some already pressed in just OE replacement bushings, and just go with regular performance versus no performance at all in the condition that it's in. We'll get this bolted back on, get the axle slid in, finish up that end, and we can flip over to the other side and just try to get this thing back on the road. We have the engine mounts, and hopefully the Guibo for the drive shaft, and that's all the drivetrain stuff that we need to get this thing rolling right. So we'll just keep going on that process. Thanks for hanging out, bearing with us. Hopefully you're still here and having fun. All right. It turns out a lot of the front of this car is Bluetooth.
How do you do?
Oh my goodness.
A little smushed.
Yeah, it's a little smushed. Yeah, it's a little smushed in. Boop. Yeah, this thing was not connected at all. And yeah, and it's just so much shorter. So both of the mounts are just totally trash. So
and it's original. Go back to
the dates.
To the dates. I don't know what month, but it says 2001 on it.
Yeah, this car was built, its factory date was December 2001. It's an 02 model.
Yeah, so this is original.
Original to the car.
Oof.
Man, this thing.
It's the same brand.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Cool.
Perfect.
01. I used to own a garage.
I'm sorry, man. There was mess ups to be had. We were changing the motor mount on that side. We decided as we were doing it that we kind of needed the axle out. So to get that axle out, we wanted to put this side back together. And we're like, well, let's just do the motor mount over on this side. So we go over to do that, and it's accessible. We're happy. We go over here to grab the engine mount and all this stuff.
So many boxes for this car.
Boxes. And all these boxes, if you can believe it, the engine mount that we need is not in here. It's on the receipt. Like it's like it says that they put it in here. It's not. It wasn't in the box. So we have to reach out to ECS. Hopefully they can get back to us pretty quickly and get us this engine mount, and then we can go back, button up this side, jump to the other side, button it up, and then move towards the back. So we thought we were going to make great time today. We were hyped and motivated, and I think feeling good mentally again. But now
You got this off.
Yes, we have to play the waiting game.
The airbox came off. Yeah. And imagine if we just didn't get an all-wheel drive BMW.
Yeah, like we wouldn't be having nearly as many of these problems. But, you know, we looked for these, and I didn't see any for $1,500. I didn't see any other 330s that you could drive home for $1,500. But I
That's
guess,
true.
Yeah. It turns out it's $1,500 because Bluetooth was enabled on every single piece of this.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we drove it home. We should have driven it home.
One ramp in this car would have been done.
So that's just a quick update for you guys, and then when we smack to the next one, we'll hopefully have more pieces and be able to finish this. So see you soon. Okay, it's a few days later. ECS came in the clutch with the mount that wasn't in the box. Their customer service was insane. I reached out in a live chat and got disconnected. They called me right away. They figured out which part I was talking about. They confirmed it wasn't in the shipment, and they mailed it out next day. So it's a couple days later, Monday night now. Sorry, I'm making all this noise, but this piece showed up, and I think it's the right piece. So I'm going to jack up the engine, try to get this in, and then work on getting the passenger side back together so we can swap with the driver's side. Forward progress, slow but inevitable with the boys. Several hours later, and one dropped exhaust. We had to loosen the engine mount to give us a little bit of space, but we did. Now this shiny girl's going in there. Yeah, this cool boy right there. Also original to the car. Just completely destroyed. It's bad. Okay, letting her down. Weeks later, it feels so good.
It's always a good thing when your engine is attached to the car.
Yes. There's supposed to be a bolt on the top of this thing, and it came off with the nut. This thing was completely just loose on top of the subframe, so we did it. Oh, hello. It's axle time. Finally. Oh, we thought we were putting this on so long ago. This is probably like the most complained about part of the all-wheel drive version of this car. Like it's a bit of work. It is a bit of work getting this in. Oh, but I think we're finally ready. So make sure it's got this little C-ring here, and I'm pretty sure it just slots it back in, across the.
Yeah, when you press it in, just try to make sure you can feel it engage the teeth.
And then hopefully we'll be bueno. We'll be good to go.
Muy bueno.
Okay, so it's the next day, of course. But during the lunch break today, Justin was able to manhandle this thing in. It's not snug down, but it is in, and so we get to continue with the project, which is awesome. So, like as I always say, get yourselves a Justin.
I want my garage back.
Oh, okay. We have a little bit of time lapse, but we really put the camera down and just got to work because we've been doing this for weeks now, trying to get this done. The front is done. We have the axles in, we have new motor mounts, we have new control arms and control arm bushings, and new ball joints on both sides. We're pretty happy. Like it's been a minute, but we're starting to see some progress. And yeah, it took us I guess a night and a half to do the passenger side once we finally had everything. And then it took this side was like an hour maybe. Like it was just like it went much smoother once we got the hang of it. Like it's a little tedious, but it's, you know, if you have everything you're supposed to have and have all the right tools, it's really not that bad. But all that to say, we can now start crossing off stuff on our Das Do-Woo board. Oh. So, let's see where we're at here. Many days later. We'll have a day counter on there for you guys. CV axles are in the car, and we did new seals too at the same time. So they should be crispy, brand new, feeling good. The motor mounts, those are in. Oh, so yes, shout out to ECS Tuning again for shipping that out next day once we found out we didn't have it. Like, that was awesome, got us back on track. Happy. Control arms and bushings, done. Really the only thing left under the car for our major stuff is basically the rear drive shaft. And then we got to go up to the top of the motor and hit the valve cover gasket, the vanos, and the cooling system. And then we get to start having fun. Appreciate you bearing with us while we're working on this drivetrain one. I know the footage is probably all over the place because that's our kind of scatterbrainness right now. We push forward. Okay, guys. So big flash forward again. We're so bad at filming on this one. I am adjusting to the BMW platform. The car is back together. It's on the ground. The whole front end is done. We were gonna do the guibo, the gumbo, but we got under there. We're shaking it, and I think the U joints are bad, so we need a whole new drive shaft. So in the meantime, to get this out of Justin's garage for a minute, take a breather, see the progress and what we've done. We just put it back together, put it back down. It's just the exhaust and the heat shield when we want to get back to that drive shaft. So after this, that sounds like a cakewalk. So anyway, we are going to give it a little bit of shakedown, see how it feels now, see if we made any improvements, which hopefully we have because that stuff was total trash, and then go from there. But yeah, it's definitely been an experience. Shout out to Justin's mom because it's freaking December and we've had the garage door closed at night, midnight, and this little sucker that she got Justin for Christmas, we've been toasty. Like, I'm sweating in here. Like,
yeah, we didn't notice until we opened the garage door, and it's freezing in here now.
Yeah, so like, thank you very much. Yeah, you definitely made this doable. But yeah, so we have more parts coming, more in the works. Let's get behind the wheel, shake it down, and then and then we'll probably roll to the next one. Oh, she's running.
We had to jump it. The battery was dead, but he didn't want you all to know. But I'm telling you now. Look at that. And look at that. And then there were two.
We're on test road.
Once again,
new vehicle, first time on test road. Wow, is all I can say. Like, Justin drove this car too, like, when we first got it.
It felt like it wanted to fold in on itself.
It
was terrifying.
It was so upset. I felt like it was just gonna fall completely apart. And, you know, then we started pulling axles out, and the axles came out in pieces, and the mounts weren't attached. So we're like, okay, yeah, nothing was attached. And then we now have all these new pieces. This thing feels amazing. Like, this feels awesome. We still have to do the drive shaft, and we still got the vanos and to basically get it to stop leaking oil. But I am beyond impressed. It's been weeks and weeks that we've been working on this thing. It's definitely worth it, like, for this part of the project to be finished. From where I'm sitting right now, like, we're well on our way to having an extremely fun 330. So I don't know, what do you think?
And it's got this.
Yes.
No automatic.
Yes, and the third pedal.
Woo.
In, out.
Whoa.
It's so good. Yes, this car, for the cost of that CD009 transmission, the same price for this whole freaking car. Just to give you a little bit of rundown on the numbers, to do the axles, the mechanic gave the previous owner an estimate of $2,000. We have spent $200 to get the axles back together. We're basically doing this like 75 to 90% off of what the mechanic was estimating. So so far we're on it's just been great. So anyway, yeah, we're tired. We're happy to be this far. We're probably gonna call it. Thank you so much for watching. This one has been so crazy, all over the place, and hopefully it shakes out into something cool and you guys like it. Please, yeah, like, subscribe if you made it all the way to this
if you made it this far.
Yeah, if you made it this far, please. We have so many other fun videos.
Or if you just clicked the video,
Yes.
like and subscribe.
Yes, yeah, we have so many more videos and so much more fun stuff coming down the pipeline. But yeah, we appreciate you so much, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.